The palace was unusually quiet that night, the kind of silence that feels heavy, almost watchful. When the wardrobe door finally gave way with a soft crack, no one expected history to breathe back into the room. What lay behind polished wood and locked hinges would stir old loyalties, awaken buried grief, and remind everyone that kindness can survive even the deepest secrets. Some moments don't shout. They whisper, and when they do, they change the hearts of those who are listening. Before we continue, if you enjoy emotional, meaningful stories that stay with you long after the video ends, please subscribe to StorySphere. Like this video if it moves you, and share your thoughts in the comments. Your support helps us bring more heartfelt stories to life. The guard assigned to the West Wing that evening was not a man of power or privilege. He was a quiet professional, raised on values of service and respect, the kind of person who believes that duty is an act of care. He had been instructed to inventory a private wardrobe room as part of a security review. The lock resisted at first. He hesitated, knowing the weight of what he was about to do. Then, with proper authorization, he turned the handle and stepped inside. The room smelled faintly of lavender and old paper. Dresses and coats stood neatly arranged, each one holding a memory. At the far end, covered in a simple protective cloth, was something unmistakable. Even before he touched it, the guard felt his throat tighten. He gently pulled the cloth away and saw the late Queen's coronation robe, preserved with reverence, its rich fabric still dignified, still powerful. He had seen photographs his whole life. Every American child who studied history had seen that image. The young queen, steady and composed, wearing the robe as a symbol of continuity and promise. Standing there, inches away from it, the guard felt something deeply human. Not awe, not fear. Gratitude that he thought of his grandmother back home in the United States, who never missed a royal broadcast. She used to say that leadership wasn't about being perfect, but about showing up with kindness when the world was uncertain. The robe, to him, wasn't about royalty. It was about responsibility. Word of the discovery traveled quietly. No scandal followed. No accusations were made. Instead, something unexpected happened. Camilla, informed of the moment, asked to meet the guard. When they spoke, there were no raised voices or sharp questions. Only shared silence and honest emotion. She explained that the robe had been kept safe, not hidden out of shame, but protected out of respect. It reminded her daily of the kindness she had witnessed behind palace walls, the handwritten notes, the gentle smiles, the way the queen treated staff as family. The robe was not a possession. It was a reminder. The guard listened. He did not judge. He did not interrupt. In that moment, he chose kindness over assumption, understanding over suspicion. And that choice mattered. Later that week, the palace arranged a small, private viewing for staff, not as a display of power, but as a shared moment of remembrance. People stood quietly, some with tears, some with smiles. The robe did what it had always done. It brought people together. For the guard, the experience changed something inside him. He returned to his duties with renewed purpose, treating every interaction as meaningful. A smile to a tired coworker, a patient word to a visitor. Small acts, done with care, that's how kindness works. It doesn't announce itself. It moves from person to person, quietly, leaving warmth behind in a world that often feels divided. This story reminds us that respect and empathy can bridge even the widest gaps. Whether you wear a uniform, a crown, or ordinary clothes, kindness remains the most powerful legacy we can choose to protect. As the palace doors closed that evening, the silence returned, but it was lighter now, filled with understanding, filled with hope, and maybe that's the real lesson. History isn't just preserved in robes or rooms. It lives on when we choose compassion, when we listen before we judge, and when we carry kindness forward into our own lives. If this story touched you, take a moment today to do something kind for someone else. You never know how far that quiet gesture might travel.